What is up, survivors? A new update is out, and it is a juicy one. Myth of Empires 1.0. New aerial vehicles and gameplay changes. And I've already read over it, so be ready. Alright, so they announced a bunch of stuff, and some of them are pretty big deals. Okay, so first and foremost, you could just look at that. New aerial vehicles. And then you see this. Airship Sky Lantern? Something? Yes, it is. The giant Sky Lantern. Ooh, this is going to change meta. Big. So, from what I understand, is it is not something that can fly across the map, but more of a stationary defensive, offensive thing that you attach to a place, and then you use a rabbit or fox, a rabbit or a fox right here. Okay. Tamed fox or rabbit within a power cage and make sure it's fed, and it will allow the Sky Lantern to go up into the air. You can mount small pieces of furniture and small ballistas on the platform beneath the lantern. So this platform right here beneath the lantern. Players will also be able to place, I already read that. The giant lantern works like a hot air balloon with a lift provided by a flame in the center of the platform. So I'm assuming that's it right there. It can also move forward and turn with the help of a power cage. You can use the Sky Lantern, simply place the tamed fox or rabbit within the power cage. So maybe it can move around, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to be fast, but the fact that you'll be able to add ballista to this, and you'll be able to go up into the air and then shoot down at targets on the ground. Ooh, that's going to be huge for defense. It's going to be very, not hard, but oh man, I could see this changing meta big. Next thing, the kite launcher. A kite launcher, not to be mistaken with the glider. This is different. The kite launcher is different from the glider that they shown in the version 1.0 trailer. The glider allows players to control their flight. The kite cannot change directions, yet it has, but it also has their advantages. For instance, if it, oh wait, what does it say? It is much easier to take flight using the kite launcher as it equips to a small number of items, and it launches unmanned and a basic of supplies and delivery objectives, or players can hang from them and use them to get around the map quicker. Players can also be able to launch arrows from the kite, as well as designated from the mid-flight, and as well as detach from mid-flight directed towards the ground using their glider, making it great for sneak attacks and I can't pronounce that word at the moment. I have a dyslexic moment, but basically re-engaging, reassessing, reassigning, getting back in the fight, all that fun stuff. Holy crap. So the kite launcher will allow you to launch yourself up into the air and move in a single direction, and then it will allow you to get across the map extremely quickly to another location. But it only moves in one direction, so you have to have it aimed in the direction that you want it to go. So yeah, that's crazy. Getting around the maps are going to be so much faster now. Don't leave home without your glider with one of these. God forbid you hit the wrong button and fall to your death, because fall damage is the thing. So yeah, so we're now going to be getting the giant Sky Lantern, the kite launcher, and the hang glider as aerial transportation and vehicles. And then, of course, we already have the raft that was announced in the last update, or the last announcement update, letting us know about the new raft that's coming out. So that's pretty cool. So here's the biggest news, okay? Classic era and new era servers, okay? Classic and new era, which means the current 5 servers. So the current 50 PvE worlds and 25 PvP worlds within those 5 servers will be their own entity. Okay? They will have their own map, their own new map, but they will not be allowed to transfer and play with new era players. So if you were part of Ark Survival Evolved when it went from beta test to full launch after about year 2, this is basically the exact same thing. Their current 5 servers with their 50 PvE realms and 25 PvP realms will be their own entity and will probably die off after a time, especially PvP, because everybody's going to go to the new era because this is the new servers. So servers for 1.0 will be 2 servers group, your classic server era and your new server era. Classic server era will cover the current existing servers. There will not be a deletion. So if you're one of those people that just want to play the game and don't care about playing on the new era servers, then you can continue playing the game how you want. The servers will probably slowly decline in population and die over time. But if you're not planning on playing long term, then just play the game, have fun, and then quit. And then if you decide to come back on the new era server. You cannot transfer your character from the classic era to the new era. It's literally its own data center. Think of it like, you know, transferring between data centers. You just can't do that unless the game allows it. This is basically that. So yeah, that is huge. Second, counties and prefects. There will be adjustments as well as to the number of counties and single prefects from the original 16. Players will be able to receive prefect experience from the game's lobby. Guild adjustments, guild member limit, and alliance limit, and the number of counties conquerable by a single guild have been adjusted. So what this does, if you ever played Last Oasis or know of the game, you are limited to the amount of counties, prefects, and castle towns that you're allowed to own as a guild or alliance, which basically means that you cannot take control of the entire map whether you like it or not. You just can't do it. This allows other small groups or smaller alliances or even other larger alliances that are having a hard time getting the territory because of Zergs. This gives them the option to have territory and bring in money to fund their war effort to fight the Zergs. Because when the Zergs control too much territory, it makes it impossible for the other larger clans to keep up because those Zergs just have an infinite amount of money coming in from controlling so much land. That's what this does. That is huge. New ways to collect resources. New structures similar to the mining hut will be released to cover even more types of resources. Now, I'm thinking this is the shredder and the collector that they've talked about for over 2 years. It's gonna be interesting. PvP areas within PvP servers, let's just say realms, because a server is made up of 15 realms. The resource points in these main worlds have been restored. They will reactivate them, okay? Because of right now, you can't use resource collection points on PvE. The PvP areas and PvP areas whatever. So basically what this means is you will be allowed to use them, but you're going to have to fight to protect them because they will be considered PvP. All right. Smoother leveling. I mean, 50 to 60 is a little slow, but if you know what you're doing, it's really not that hard. But I guess they optimize it to make the leveling process smoother. I mean, maybe they're adding more levels, like maybe level 70. That would be nice because they are supposed to be adding new skills and a bunch of new stuff. So I am curious. So yeah, and then of course there will be more. They'll be answering more questions and keeping us up to date. They have more stuff planned to release and update us about. This isn't the end of the updates. They still have more stuff to come about the new map, new update, new information, all the new skills, everything. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. So hopefully you guys are excited for the new transport stuff. Let me know down below what you guys think about it. Are you going to stay on the classic servers, or are you going to move to the new era servers like I'm moving? Because that's where I will be setting up my clan. Blades of the 12. So if you ever see us out there, that is us, or currently me, because the rest of them are waiting for February. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate it. I do apologize for the nasally talking. I'm still recovering from having the flu a couple weeks ago. I'm a little congested still, but I wanted to get this out there so we can have everybody up to date on all the new stuff that's coming. I know the people on Discord are buzzing up a storm right now about all this new information. So I will catch you guys later. Thanks again for watching as always. Peace out. Happy hunting.